Good afternoon, morning, evening, whenever you're watching this. Welcome to the Fairport Harbor Public Library Test Kitchen. It's the Lee and Kathy show once again.
Here we are.
Here we are. We have a new thing.
Yeah.
This whole thing started because I wanted an oven. What I got was this whole thing with grant money, and we just acquired this wonderful toaster oven thing from Lee's mom, Terry, right?
Yes.
Is that from whence it came?
It
so
is.
we're cooking in it today.
Yeah.
We're gonna make food, and it's gonna be yummy.
We're making pizza. So this is a toaster oven / air fryer. And air fryers, in case you are not familiar, they're just smaller convection ovens. So a convection oven just has a fan in it that circulates the hot air. So it cooks things faster because it's heating. It's surrounded by heat instead of just direct heat from one side.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Didn't know that?
I kind of understood that, but
Yes.
I didn't have the hand waving.
Right.
Now I understand
Now you
it
understand
better.
it. You can see. Okay, so we are going to make pizza. So first we're going to make pizza sauce. We already have our dough. I told Kathy I was going to bring the things to demonstrate how to make the dough, and I did not do that. So it's super easy. Listen carefully. Get your pen. In a bowl, you put. You guys going to happen. Okay.
We're learning to use the there we go.
The timer's going to go off again in a minute. I don't know how to. Okay, there we go. There we go. All right. So, in a bowl, put half of a tablespoon of active dry yeast, half of a tablespoon of salt, 1.5 cups of warm water. You don't want it to be too hot because it'll kill the yeast. Really just like slightly warm. Like when you run your hand over it, it's like just on the other side of neutral. All right? 1.5 cups of warm water. Then 3 cups of all-purpose flour. Mix it together just so the dough is not wet. You don't have to knead it or anything. You just want to make sure you don't see any dry flour. If you do, just wet your hands and kind of fold it in. Cover it up with either a lid or a towel and set it aside for 2 hours, and that's all. If your house is particularly cold, let it go warmer than that. You can put it in the oven just with the oven light on. That's a nice toasty environment for it to rise. After the 2 hours, once it's doubled in size, you can put it in the refrigerator if you're not going to use it for a while, because you don't want it to overproof.
And you don't want it to overflow the sides of the bowl.
That's
what that means.
Yes. So that's dough. This has been sitting out for a little while. Don't remember what time I made it at. So now we're going to make the sauce. Super simple, basic sauce. We're going to use onion, garlic, red pepper flakes, which are optional. We're not going to add enough to make it spicy. We're just going to add enough to make it flavorful. And then some plain tomato sauce. You can use crushed tomatoes for a little bit of a thicker sauce. You can use diced tomatoes if you like it chunky. So, I'm going to dice up this onion.
And a word about yeast. If you've never used it before, it's more forgiving than everybody leads you to believe. I make bread all the time, and if I can do it, you can do it. Honest to Pete, it's not hard, it's not scary. Warm water, but I use it straight from my tap, which is super hot because I boil things in my kitchen. Whoa, sorry, that's all right. And it can't be boiling hot water because you will kill it. But don't let our ridiculous instructions frighten you either. Be brave, you can do it. And now, amazingly enough, you can get yeast in jars, and you don't have to get the silly little packets of Fleischmann's or Red Star. Be careful though, don't get quick rise yeast.
Yeah, active
dry yeast.
I buy a big thing of it, and I just keep it in the freezer.
Yeah, I just keep it in the fridge. It's bread baking season at the Normans, and there will be bread for Easter. Yes, if any of my children are watching this video, I will make the bread for Easter. Stop whining.
Do you have the oregano?
Oh, down here? That's just silly. Maybe.
Alright, so we've got garlic and onion in the pan. I'm just gonna add just a couple of these chili flakes, just for flavor.
No, I probably use it as a bookmark somewhere.
Yeah, oregano is our spice of the month, I think, even though we've used it once before, that's okay. We didn't make pizza yet.
No, we haven't made pizza yet. And again, the oregano comes from Old Familiar Ways. We will probably have some left. You can come to the library, pick up a packet of oregano to make your pizza with, and a 10% off coupon for any purchase at Old Familiar Ways. That is a local shop, has the best tea and herbs and spices of anywhere. Anywhere. I will rival it against certainly anything you can buy in the grocery store. And, you know, the gods at Pensie's too. Really good stuff, Maynard.
So once our garlic and onions have cooked down a little bit, we don't want them to get real brown or crispy for this. We just want to get some of that moisture out. We added our sauce, which we will add salt to. And then we're just gonna let that cook a little bit until it reduces a little bit, so it gets thicker. It'll get sweeter as that happens. And in the meantime, I'm going to do our dough. I'm just gonna put a little olive oil on here. Use my hands as a spatula to get it out of.
And there's the oregano. Thank you, ma'am. Shall I dump this in here?
Not yet.
Oh, okay.
I like to add oregano at the end. It has a tendency to get bitter if it cooks too long. So we're just going to press this well olive oil dough into the pan.
Look in the mirror, guys. Do not try to see right over the oven because you can't.
So you can shape your pizzas however you want. I am partial to rectangular pizzas. If you want to do circle, go ahead. I just like the square slices. And so if your dough is cold, okay, so I've got our dough pressed in here. If your dough is cold, you won't be able to really shape it. So press it out as best you can and let it sit. As it comes to room temperature, you'll be able to stretch it out to your desired size.
Old Familiar Ways coupon, 10% off. Get it here at your local library. And I should have probably been stirring.
No, that's good. So you can see as we go, and there's a lot of olive oil in here. I love olive oil. If you don't, then don't add so much, or don't add any. I don't care. But you can see it sort of starts to get thick on the bottom as we turn it over, and that's what we want because we're reducing the excess water out of the tomatoes, and we're just going to have a nice, sweet, concentrated sauce flavor.
That is yummy looking.
No. That's really good. That's done. That's all it takes. And then we're gonna add our oregano. So if you use a wider pan, so you have a shallow layer, it cooks really fast. If you have it in a saucepan or something that's tall, it's gonna take you a lot longer for this to reduce. How did they kind of keep us out? All right. So now the oregano is what's gonna instantly make it taste like pizza.
Pizza, yep.
It smells like pizza already.
Yes, it does.
Okay.
Now, if one were to put vegetables on top of this to enhance the pizza tone of it all, would you saute them first?
Yes. I don't like stuff on my pizza. Pizza should be bread and sauce, cheese if you're feeling saucy.
Adventurous.
Vegetables to me, when you put a bunch of raw vegetables on a pizza, your crust gets soggy because the water leaches out of them into your crust. So especially if you have like onions or peppers, I like to cook them first. Mushrooms, of course, everyone has their thing. You can eat your pizza however you want. That's how I like it. So we are going to use just a grated, this is a vegan Parmesan. You can put any kind of cheese on here that you want. I'm gonna.
As we mentioned last time, we cook vegan in this kitchen for a lot of reasons, not the least of which is there are a bunch of them sitting here. But,
There we go. Objections to this being the whole pizza?
no,
Okay.
I don't have anything to put on it.
I brought a shredded mozzarella. It doesn't work that well. Okay, so that's gonna go in
There
to
is
our
the
magic
pizza
oven.
in the magic oven. Thank you, Terry.
Yes. So we did a little test focaccia, which I cooked at 425 degrees. I think that was. So if I'm making pizza in my normal oven, I turn up as high as it goes, like 480.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
But I think with this, I think the convection made it cook too fast on the outside before the inside was done, so I turned it down a little bit. So we're doing this one at 410. Good. Okay. Kat's saying that the
Cat's
focaccia is
gonna
good.
eat the whole focaccia, and this is actually pizza dough. That's what focaccia is.
Yeah, this was the same dough that we just used. We cooked this before you got here.
And if we were nice,
That's
we would offer you some of this, but we're not nice.
that's pretty good. Okay, so maybe the temperature was fine. But anyway, with the convection going, we'll say like maybe 415 degrees would be good for maybe 10 minutes. In a normal oven, I would cook. I make thicker pizzas though, so keep that in mind. But for the pizza I make at home, I cook it at least 450 degrees for about 20 minutes. And what else do we want to talk about? We got some minutes to kill while this pizza cooks.
You know, we're gonna try and do this, if I can remember to ask somebody that knows stuff, to do this Facebook Live so you can just ask your questions as we go.
Ooh, that'd be fun.
Yeah, I'm thinking, well, since we don't edit it anyway, you might as well, we should rate these. These are R-rated cooking shows, so
I don't know about that.
it can be, depends on how much we drop.
True. So far so good today.
All right, I'm giving this one to Kathy, our wonderful crew. If you've ever tried to do theater without a crew, good luck with that.
Sauce.
This is with sauce.
So for the focaccia, all I did was punch a bunch of holes in it. I covered it in olive oil, and then I sprinkled it with fancy sea salt flakes, Maldon. This stuff is awesome. It's a finishing salt, so you get like big, crunchy chunks of salt, which I really like.
So it's like pretzel salt.
Yeah, even bigger.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. Look at that. It's like pyramid shaped.
Wow.
Yeah. So if you've not seen this,
It looks like an arrowhead.
it truly is shaped like a pyramid. It's got 4 corners, comes to a point. It's like hollow in the middle. It's like an Egyptian pyramid. Each flake of salt. So pretty cool. I like using that. I think it's fun. You can use any salt that you want.
Where do you shop?
All over. It takes me. I go to a lot of places. Heinen's carries that. That's. And then rosemary went on top, and that was it for the focaccia. A lot of times I'll do it just with the salt. There is a version that you cover it with salt water before you bake it, and you let it sit. Yep, I know it sounds strange. It's amazing.
You let the
Very, very good.
You let the dough sit in salt water?
Yeah, you just pour a little bit over so it sits in the pockets of the dough.
And then bake it?
Yeah, the water of course evaporates, and the salt kind of crusts over. It's very good. I recommend it.
People who like salt would like that.
Oh, it doesn't get too salty. It doesn't get too salty, I promise. This one might be too salty. I overdid it on my flakes. But anyways, if you can use the dough that I explained to you how to make, half a tablespoon of yeast, half a tablespoon of salt, 1.5 cups of warm water, and 3 cups of flour. That dough will make focaccia, pizza, cinnamon rolls, bread. It's an all-purpose dough.
I will write the recipe down and put it underneath the video when we post it,
Yes, good idea.
so you'll have it.
Yeah, this is looking pretty good. I'm excited.
This oven is really fun. I whined for years that I wanted an oven.
Yeah, now we got one. It says it can also be a dehydrator, a
Oh,
rotisserie. Oh, it has a pizza setting. I wonder if that's what I'm on. Also has a slow cook setting.
Wow.
Okay, we can do anything in here.
Terry, you can't have it back.
Okay, now that you know everything it does, it's ours now, sorry.
But thank you.
She was happy to get it out of her garage. We're getting there.
It's gonna be pizza. It's gonna be yummy.
It smells so good in here.
Yeah, this is a major upgrade. Though, we can, well, we will not, but there is a way to make pizza on a stovetop. And, you know, our friend LaDonna, friend of the library,
Oh, we love LaDonna.
yeah, she's going to be starting
She of the pink vinegar.
yes, she's going to be starting a cooking class. It's called Let's Cook. You can check it out on Facebook and follow her. And one of the classes will at some point be stovetop skillet pizza.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you have to have a cast iron skillet?
I don't know. LaDonna, let us know if you need a cast iron skillet. I don't know how
Wow,
she's
we
doing.
can learn to cook just at the library. We can also learn to make a mess. This is me cooking in the kitchen. Leave stuff all over the place. That's what I do.
All right, let's check this.
Look at that.
Let's
It's
check
beauteous.
All right, this is not quite done. The bottom still needs to be crisped up, so just give you an idea though of what the top will look like, in case we don't want to sit here until the bottom is crispy. What do you think? I think we need like 4 more minutes.
Well, we probably can't entertain you for another 4 minutes. We're not that clever. So, well, we could be.
We don't need to try now.
No, we really
Maybe another
can't.
day. We'll be clever another time.
Yeah, let's plan on that. But thanks for visiting. The pizza will be ready in 4 and we'll be eating in 5. Thanks a lot, guys.
See you next time.
See you next time.